market because we traded all this gold for all the European commodities and manufactured goods. The Europeans suffered a recession. America was built on the gold that the 49ers brought. And so this is the modern digital gold rush. We should just go grab the digital gold. Eventually, the rest of the world will trade all of their stuff for it. But when they buy it, they'll be buying it at 10 million a coin or 20 million a coin or 50 million a coin. And we will basically take our debt and we'll negate it, and then we'll flip to being a creditor nation. And what does it take to be rich? Well, ask Bill Gates or Steve Ballmer or Mark Zuckerberg, or Larry Page or Sergey Brin. What does it take to be rich? It just takes a little bit of vision, a little bit of conviction, and use technology, right? And so in this case, I think our country should be rich. It is rich. We're rich because we bought California for a few $1 million before people knew that, before they knew Hollywood or Silicon Valley would be a thing, right? And now I think we should buy cyberspace, and it's the most powerful lever imaginable because you're paying a penny to get $1, and not only are you paying a penny to get $1, but you're de-risking the thing, right? Because in the process of adopting Bitcoin as the network, you force a stampede of all of our allies, all of our frenemies, all of our enemies, and you accelerate the monetization of the network. So everybody's a winner. I mean, arguably, even the rest of the world's a winner because they're going to be better off using digital capital as a store of value than using Siberian warehouses.
So there you see Michael Saylor. He's sitting there telling you that the United States government is going to start buying Bitcoin, and they are going to be the leader in this space, turning a penny into $1. That's 100x from where we are right now. That's $10 million a coin. In this keynote, he also mentioned 20 million and $50 million per Bitcoin. I didn't say it, Michael did. More on this before this video's out. And with that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. To pivot, we're getting into the latest news. Metaplanet has tranched another 5,200 Bitcoin, taking their Bitcoin stack up to 30,823. This is a huge buy for the open of October because they had a year-end goal of hitting 30,000 Bitcoin. They hit it 3 months in advance, and they're still stacking sats very strongly. Looking at 3350, you can see coming in at 516 Japanese yen, and it's just been stair-stepping its way up. It broke through this uptrend right here. This acted as support, fell through, back test, but could this just be a back test of this previous support around the 500 yen range? We'll see if this level holds and if we get a bump and run pattern to the upside. And right here, if you look at the first 10x in Metaplanet, it took over 200 business days from 14 yen to 140 yen. You see that going from here to here. That is about 200 business days. After a correction, the next 10x also took about 200 business days. So you got a correction, and then next 10x, took about another 200 business days. If this rhythm holds, Metaplanet will tag at least 5,500 yen by April of 2026. What does that mean? So get out your calculator. 5,500 yen to take Metaplanet up to $37, almost $40 a share. That's another 10x. Could that happen within the next 200 days? You be the judge. And right here, Metaplanet's Project Nova status. They're currently building. They're positioning Metaplanet at the center of Japan's Bitcoin ecosystem, transforming operational expertise into sustainable revenue generation, solving inefficiencies discovered through 500 billion in market acquisitions. So talking about this, 500 billion in market acquisitions is $3.3 billion in USD. So what does that mean if they bought that over the next month and Bitcoin's average price would be 150,000? That would be 22,000 more Bitcoin. That would easily almost double their stack. So this is the next phase that they're ramping up in. Metaplanet Project Nova Phase 2. Remember, they're trying to get to 1 of the overall Bitcoin supply by the end of 2027. Huge opportunity in the space right now. This is at a discount. Remember, Bitcoin's going to millions of dollars. So if they get 1%, what is this company valuation going to be? Simon announced this buy today, 52.68, making this another huge tranche of Bitcoin. Dylan LeClaire is weighing in. They have record revenues in Q3 of 2025. Bitcoin's income generation delivered record revenue, showing increased scale and operation execution. From Q4 of 24 to Q3, you see the breakout growth in their Bitcoin income generation business will provide support for the future rollout of the Metaplanet preferred offerings. So they're getting ready to roll out these preferred options. If you guys don't understand why this is a bank in cyberspace, you need to wake up. And right here, you can see Bitcoin finally found a bottom ready for October. We're in October right now. Historically, October has been a bullish month when it catches up with the broader trend, not just by gold. Gold has been blasting off over the past month, outpacing Bitcoin, but also the M2 money supply globally is expanding, which means the next leg for Bitcoin is primed and ready to go. $140,000 to $150,000 per BTC could be around the corner. So before we close out, we have an update from Jack Mallers. In the same way Michael Saylor is talking about $10 million, $20 million, Jack Mallers is talking about Bitcoin being a $500 trillion asset. We do the math really quick. That's roughly a 250x from where we are right now, which would be taking Bitcoin up to 25 million per token. Let's hear from Jack.
I don't know if I agree with the categorical marketing term of treasury company for 21.
What would you call yourself then?
A Bitcoin company. We want to be the best Bitcoin company in the world.
And what does that actually involve? Because if we look at the landscape right now, we can see companies like Coinbase, for example, that are really focused on being a marketplace, being an exchange. And then you have the strategies that are focused on the treasury side of this. For you, where do you see the biggest area for growth?
Oh, you put it right on a tee for me. I'm going to hit it out of the park. That's exactly the market hole we want to fill. Is that
what's the hole, though? Those companies are there.
Yeah, but the hole is there's a lot of exchanges that aren't focused solely on Bitcoin financial services. We think they're missing the forest for the trees. Bitcoin's a $500 trillion asset in the making. These other technologies and crypto coins are maybe going to replace an Amazon. And so we think the focus on Bitcoin financial services and not getting diluted our focus through all these other speculative vehicles. And then for strategy is the founder of this Bitcoin treasury idea, which is an incredible business. And Michael Saylor's been able to prove that. But they have yet to explore the idea of bolting on an operating company on top of that and using capital markets and their balance sheet to monetize this Bitcoin trend. We think we can live in the intersection of those with my experience at Strike, Tether's experience running stablecoins and USDT, SoftBank or access to capital there. We think we can do both and blend those worlds into what will be a very unique Bitcoin vehicle in the capital market.